Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. As always, it is the nerd you're gonna hear alongside my wonderful co-host for today, Luis.
This is the blur. The background is crazy, bro.
Yeah. Also, you just put L as your as your
Yeah,
name.
I didn't want to type out my full name because it logged me out. So today I'm just
Yeah.
L.
L from Death Note, I guess. Yeah.
I still need to see that one, bro. It's only like
Yeah.
what 80 episodes? Not
Yeah. It's
even.
not even that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like short. Ah,
Yeah. In
damn.
anime terms, it's short.
Yeah, in anime terms.
Yeah. But yeah, we got Luis today, which means that you know what this is. We're doing some extra reviews
That
of
I was the
yours,
that I was the only
some
one available to do the extra
yeah.
reviews.
Well, you see, when some people, what's it called? Some people, I'm not going to name names, don't go to the theater, and the one that I go to the theater is the one literally right next to me because we always go together. Kind of got to do these recent releases
We
here.
gotta do it as soon as we get back. We haven't gone that late where we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
We can
yeah. We
because
have a bad habit of letting them pile up,
it's
and
not me, it's you. You're like, I gotta go to bed, man.
gotta go to work.
I
Yeah.
gotta work, man. I mean, yeah, it takes 30 minutes, but like if we do it right after the movie, at least we got that freshness, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's
We'll
that's
see.
gonna be the resolution in 2024. We're gonna like right after we get home from the movies, and we're like, okay, Luis, I'm gonna send you the StreamYard link. We're gonna do it because yeah.
Man,
But
2024.
but yeah, we're doing a couple reviews here for you all as we're trying to fill up here. I didn't want the channel to be completely dead during these next 2 weeks that we'll be I'll be off with Brad, me and Brad will be off, so we'll have these couple reviews just to fill it up here, so that way y'all have something. And of course, we hope that y'all are having a great holidays and all that wonderful stuff. Of course, this episode is live, well not live, but it is early for our patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcore. You can get this episode early at the $1 tier over at patreon.com/the nerdcore. At $1, you get this episode early. And the one I do with the episodes I do with Brad, they're live, so you can interact with us in the chat and all that wonderful stuff. But yeah, before we get into the review, Luis, how are you doing today, bro?
I overslept. I missed work. Thankfully, I don't have bills, but it just sucks because money is not in the account. But also, I
Yeah,
mean, it's a good thing because I don't want to break down my car. It already needs some shit.
yeah,
But other than that, I'm fine working on my own stuff and then try to figure out how to do the intro few minutes of a short film that Raul knows about, not everyone knows about, because festivals are coming up, and I think 5 of them are closing in January sometime. So I want to get that done by then.
yeah,
Also, it's been like 2 months, and I need the actors. I need to send it to the actors too, but they understand.
yeah,
It's part of the
yeah,
business.
yeah. Um, I was gonna ask, like, how much work is there to have right now for you if Christmas is coming up? Like, I'm gonna guess like a
So
lot of people are out and about trying to buy
yeah,
their
it
Christmas stuff.
varies for like DoorDash and delivery drivers because some shops are completely closed and others are only open what half day, 4 hours or some shit like that, depending.
Yeah,
So it all depends. I know a lot of people I think that don't care about Christmas or don't celebrate it work, so they try to get a slot as soon as they can. And
yeah.
that's what happened to me on Thanksgiving. I was gonna go work early on because I don't really celebrate it if we even like make a dinner. Um,
It's just
but
to
it
eat. That's it.
was yeah, it was like booked, either booked or just nothing was open, so there wasn't anything I
Yeah,
could do about that. But
yeah,
during the holidays, you usually get a good amount. I think starting around the 23rd, there's probably not going to be a lot of what you call it, food being delivered, more so food ingredients, which is always good because those are what really pays me. Delivering the Chick-fil-A sandwich that y'all want barely gives me a $3, if even sometimes. So
yeah,
we'll see. It varies. This is a very fluctuating type of work line, and if you're doing it as your main financial thing, it is very difficult. If it's a side hustle, you'll make bank on
oh yeah,
but if it's
yeah,
the main thing, yeah, it varies. You just got to keep that in mind and have everything accounted for in your tabs and whatnot.
yeah.
Responsible.
But yeah, we're getting this review out to you all because we actually had the chance to watch the Iron Claw early because AMC's nice little early access screenings
Oh,
that they
that's right.
do.
Come out right until
Yeah, no, it comes out the 22nd, and
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, Friday. So this comes. Well, this review will be up for you on Tuesday, y'all. What's it called when this goes up for everybody? But yeah, we were actually able to sit down to watch this movie on the 13th. I think was the 13th.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was last Wednesday, which was yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was the 13th. But with that said, we what's it called? We watched this early, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I have nothing else to report to you all other than the same old, same old. I go to work in the morning. I come back in the evening, and I
It's very hard to
do
get this
this
motherfucker to do something other than that.
work. Yeah, yeah. But I have to. I have to work. So I would love to be in a position where I don't have to. I yearn for it.
2024, man. We gotta update the company a little bit just to keep it in without being what do you call it, dead, but also like
Yeah,
providing some good shit. We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see. There's a lot of things coming 2024, so we'll be
yeah,
stacked, but
yeah. Shit, man. If the rent prices could drop in 2024, it'd be great too, bro.
if everything
That's
could drop,
that's
man.
literally the reason why I have to, I can't
Everything
work.
could drop.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. Presidential election shit always falls through. Sometime the first year when it's
yeah.
selected, it's crazy.
But with that said, y'all, let's we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. So, if you have not watched The Iron Claw, which is probably a lot of y'all, if y'all didn't get to it on the 22nd, because of course it is Christmas weekend. But with that said, but if you haven't watched it and you care about spoilers, or but get out here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, then go ahead and stay. Either way, how any of that goes. This is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. Oh wow, that's great, man. Man,
Damn, bro.
didn't you want to play the sound, huh?
I'm telling you to just have it in the server for this,
Yeah,
but
I just gotta throw it in here. I'm just gonna
yeah,
throw it in here because I'm really tired of having to what's it called be like, okay, is my stream deck gonna play it or not? But
yeah,
yeah, but I have a really small introduction here from Wikipedia. So what's it called? I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, y'all. I'll read the synopsis too. Fuck it. Um, the Iron Claw is a 2023 biographical sports drama film written and directed by Sean Durkin, based on the life of professional wrestler Kevin Von Erich and the Von Erich family. The film stars Zach Efron, Jeremy Allen White, Harris Dickinson, Mara Tierney, Holt McCarley, and Lily James. The Iron Claw premiered at the Texas Theater in Dallas on November 8th, 2023, and is scheduled to be released in the United States, on December 22nd, 2023 by A24, and in the United Kingdom on February 9th, 2024 by Lionsgate. It was named one of the top 10 films of 2023 by the National Board of Review. The film is centered around the Von Erich family, a dynasty of professional wrestlers from Texas that had enormous success in the 1980s and popularized the Iron Claw professional wrestling hold. However, they not only had to battle inside the ring, but they also fought the Von Erich curse outside of it, a string of unbearable personal tragedies.
yep.
Yes, sir. Cinematography is done by Matthias Ezerli, edited by Matthew Hanam, and music is done by Richard Reed Perry,
Very,
and it sits at 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it has a budget of $15.9 million. Yeah, I think that's
you think
wow.
it's gonna
No, I
be?
think that's gonna make it. Yeah, I think it's gonna make.
It is an A24 film too, so
Yeah,
that adds more for normal people that don't watch it.
yeah, and I think the word of mouth is gonna spread with this one.
Yeah,
Um, we'll see how it does on Christmas weekend, but I think that the word of mouth will probably spread for this. I thought this movie was going to be more expensive. I thought this was going to be like around the 30 or 40, but at 15.9, man, I think this movie can do it. I think this movie can get some profit on it.
what
And
was the budget and what was the price or the current?
well, no box office right now, but what's it called? 15.9 million is the budget.
All right,
15.9.
that's
So
possible.
yeah, I think it can do it. I really think it can. And
Yeah,
I think that once the word of mouth starts for Zach Efron's performance, Jeremy Allen White being in it as well, and people start like really pushing it, I think it'll do it. But I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and start here, Luis, as the resident what's it called, wrestling fan, right? It's if
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
mind,
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead
Yep,
and go
go
first.
go for it.
Um, I've long known about the story of the Von Erich family. I've known about their accomplishments in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
and I've known about what sadly their tragedy was and their tragedies were. And when I heard about this movie, I said, "Oh man," I said, "People are gonna go into this movie thinking that this is gonna be like a wrestling movie where it's like about these brothers who like don't like wrestling and they end up like coming together and they become like famous and big wrestling people, and they're not gonna be what's it called? They're not gonna know that this movie's actually be fucking depressing as shit."
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't go into it thinking it was
Yeah,
like a feel good film. Knowing
yeah.
A24, they're not the type to
But the
do feel
trailer
good.
does a pretty good job of not letting you know about what they go through.
Yeah, it's definitely ambiguous in the
Yeah,
sense that
and that's why I
when you
really
see
like
the
that trailer.
trailer, yeah, the trailer you look at it is like, okay, there's some intense moments. Oh, is my camera laggy?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
could.
On my side, it's fucking. I'm still talking, but like my hand is still on the chest. I don't know. Anyways, it's where one that's just going a regular moviegoer, right? Is you'll see the trailer and be like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe they're like, what's the Rock one or the We're Family or
Oh, fighting with my family.
I mean,
Yeah,
if I do with my family, the Page one. You would
yeah,
think it's like that, but then you see it and it's like, yes, there's nothing to this, bro.
yeah.
I love Florence. That was my intro to her, but yeah, this is
And that's where
way
I
different.
think that that was a very like. And I'm sorry, guys. Like I what's it called? I hope what's it called? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and what's it called? Go against all you wrestling fans out there.
Mm,
But you can tell that fighting with my family was through the eyes of a wrestling what's it called, somebody who was a wrestler and somebody who's like a fan of wrestling wanting to create a film about wrestling, whereas this movie, why I love it so much, it is done through the eyes of somebody who just was interested in the story of the Von Erichs, and he decided to create a film about wrestling. Not necessarily
yeah.
a wrestling film, but a film about wrestling. And through there,
It
he
was. It
what's it
just
called?
happens to be a wrestling family.
Yeah,
So they had to include those elements on why
yeah,
why shit happened to them the way it did. But if they were media family, like one of those like Nepo family, like the Coppolas, like you would have to add film stuff to kind of
yeah,
make add like the whole Nicolas Cage in his name because he doesn't want to be related, all the success, all the failures that they had, stuff like that, right?
yeah,
Uh, where it really shines in that aspect, where it's a little bit for just anyone that doesn't just want to see wrestling, but like is actually interested in a bit more that
yeah.
in that.
It doesn't feel too what's it called? And I know this term not everyone's gonna understand it, but like inside baseball, it's like you don't have to know everything about them. You don't have to know who they are. You don't have to know what's it called, what they did in the ring, because the movie is taking you through that journey with them.
Yeah,
And sometimes what I felt like about movies like Fighting with My Family was like you kind of have to know a little bit about what wrestling is, so
yeah,
that
yeah,
way you can understand a little more of the journey of a page in that film.
yeah.
And whereas in this, I think that Sean Durkin does an incredible job here at directing this film. That just it starts like the way that it starts off. You're like, okay, cool. What's it called? Starts off a little slow, and then whoa, it ramps the fuck up, and it never gets the foot off the gas pedal, bro. Ever. It keeps taking you through those twists and turns, and it's paired by I'll say it right here, my favorite performance of the year, Mr. Zac Efron.
It's good. He really outdid what we've seen him in. What was the last thing we've seen him in?
I saw him in that what's it called, Fire.
Firestarter. That was the last thing we saw him
Yeah,
in as like us going to the theater. I know. I think he had one or two projects
the
after
Ted
that.
Bundy film was before that I
No,
saw him
yeah,
in.
that was like during pandemic or some shit, or
Yeah,
a little bit.
can't remember what the fucking name of that movie was
If
too, but
anything, it was while we were still in Chicago as well. But last we checked, Firestarter was the one that we saw last year in January. Uh, but Damn, dude. Yeah, no, that's yeah. It's an upgrade. It definitely is, and I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know if it's like the writer and the director kind of sold him on it to be the best that he can be, or if he was just tired of being shit on by everyone, or a couple people that like, oh, you fell off after so and so, right? I
Yeah.
don't know, but he definitely. I know he's gone through some stuff. That's why he looks a little different
Yeah, he had
in
some health issues, right?
yeah, I think that was the reason he has some health issues and he got facial reconstruction and shit. And I mean, in a standpoint of not seeing him for a while and then him coming back like that and everyone clowning him, he held his own and he definitely shows it that he still has some fire to him that he wants to do good in the industry. He wants to be more than just known for High School Musical or anything else, and he definitely doesn't just want to be the pretty boy anymore.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
because yeah, this one's just heartfelt. This is like you said, this is his most heartfelt performance that I think
yeah.
I've seen
His
on
best
screen.
performance yet. His most heartfelt. That I can't believe that I get to sit here and tell you all that Zac Efron made me cry in this movie. Like
Yeah, dude.
like I never thought like it's also like how I felt when I first watched Good Times. I was like I didn't expect for Robert Pattinson to wow me like that when I watched
Was
Good
that
Times.
his first film after the whole Twilight shit?
Well, the first one that really surprised me because that was the first
Oh,
one I watched from him that wasn't like Twilight stuff.
okay, okay,
But
okay,
before that, he had been doing some stuff here and there, but it
okay,
was mostly stuff that was going under the radar. And then Good Time like really blew up at Cannes, and people were like going on about his performance.
okay.
But in here, I was like, I didn't expect to feel this way. I didn't expect to for Zac Efron to really wow me here like that. And yeah, I know I'm blabbering on too much, Luis. But what are your initial thoughts? What did you
I
think of?
mean, I loved it. As a non wrestling fan, I wasn't expecting much. I'm glad that they gave me some introspect on life for the wrestlers themselves because I recognize Carrie, the brother,
Mhm.
and I mean spoilers, he lost his leg, right? I
Yeah,
never knew about that. I recognized him because of his uniform, the yellow what was it, one piece speedo, whatever you call it, the wrestling one,
the yellow. What's it called? The
spandex,
yellow tight and the
yeah,
yeah
and the
yeah
boots
yeah
and
yeah
shit. Yeah, I recognized that when I was like, "Oh, that was him." I never like because I recognized the name Von Eric, but
yeah
that was back when I was a little bit more into wrestling than I am now.
yeah
Um, but I'm glad that they added some introspect on that whole thing, and it kind of ties everything together. And you don't really need to be a wrestling fan to go see this. You can just watch it if you want to go see something heartfelt, and it'll do that for you. Um, and everyone put on a hell of a performance. Zach, fucking Lip, um,
yeah.
the two
Jeremy
brothers.
Allen White is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to me though. Like I love Jeremy Allen White here.
Hmm.
And I think he's incredible in this movie, especially that where when he finally what's it called like when he finally like has that breakdown. He go when he's like trying to like walk and he just starts like screaming and yelling in the yard. I was like, oh man, like I really felt every ounce of emotion. But to me, who really like when I got out of that theater, I could not stop thinking about the mom,
Yeah,
Tierney,
yeah,
especially that scene when it was when who was it? It was Mikey. Mikey had died.
oh yeah, and
Yeah, when he committed suicide, and he's just there like she's like crying, and then what's it called? Lily James comes in and tells her like we have to go outside, and she's like I can't wear. He's like you have to get your dress on. He's like, and she goes like I can't wear it. Like they'll know, they'll recognize that dress, and he just like that to me was just some beautiful writing right there. Like like her telling him like they're gonna know that this isn't the first time that I've had to, bury a child today.
mm.
And
And you realize that that performance and what's his name? I forgot it. Jeremy. Their overall runtime in the film, if you add it up with lines and script and shit, it's short. It's relatively short,
yeah,
but they fill the room with the short time that they have. Uh, and that's a power that not a lot of actors have,
yeah,
especially with all the cameo stuff that just is oversaturated now, right? And after his success with the Bear, he definitely wants to get out of the whole shameless
oh
the
yeah,
whole Shameless character too, because I'm pretty sure that's gonna tie with him, just like High School Musical is tied with
Yeah,
Zach
and Twilight is
and
tied
with
to
Robert and
yeah,
yeah. And I'm pretty sure they'll make it. Out of the few actors from Shameless, he's definitely one of the few that are like pushing
yeah,
it out. He's not. A lot of people don't recognize him from Shameless anymore. They recognize him from The Bear,
and the bear. Yep.
and that's a crazy feat to do. But yeah, you're right. The mom was amazing in the scenes that they
Yeah.
had the whole
The
trial.
dad, man. Oh my god. And now, bro, I when I went home, I looked it up. I know where I seen that guy before.
What?
That's have you ever seen Mindhunter from on Netflix?
No,
No. So he's in that show. It's a show about the group of what's it called forensic
the killer.
scientists who coined the term serial killer. They're the ones who what's it called create the term, and they like study a bunch of different people who have a pattern of multiple killings. It was
Uh-huh.
an amazing show, and it got canceled. Of course,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it goes, right? How it
I
goes for
heard about
Netflix.
that. It got canceled.
Yup, yup. But yeah, like the dad, man, like he's freaking. Oh man, I knew and I knew about what's it called about Curtis who he was, and I knew that he had pushed his sons, but the way that Cole McElhaney really portrays that, it's like, oh, like you freaking hate this man, but you also kind of understand, like especially with that first scene, it's
Hmm.
like this guy is trying to make up for what he couldn't do.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the. It's like dancing moms, where the moms are trying to live through their kids, and they fucking put them through the ringer and stuff.
Yep.
Uh, but you can tell he plays a too good of a role for that. I don't know. I don't know if he
The
has
funny thing
some
is, in Mindhunter, he's also a dad, bro, and he's kind of like,
pushy
and
on
his
his son.
son, they kind of like, well, no, he's not pushing on his son. His son starts showing signs of what the serial killers.
Oh, okay.
So, so like he plays a very different father. Like he's very loving and he's like very like caring. So then when I go and see him in this, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
He just yeah he turned
The
he
whole other end of the spectrum.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good to have as an actor because you show your range, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
why whenever I do work with my recurring actresses and actors, I want to give them as much range. I don't want to typecasting for one thing. If I
Yeah.
think they have potential for one specific thing, sure, I'll gather. But also, like, I want to give them a chance to show what they got, right? Especially growing in this industry together, that's definitely a major feat. But dude, yeah, that dad, dude. I'm like, God damn. I
Yeah.
was Weta made a good point. There is a point where I didn't realize if you seen High School Musical, Troy screams at his dad that this isn't my dream, Dad, it's
Of
yours or
course.
whatever. I was waiting for Zach to do that as a little
Yep.
fucking, but no, this is a serious movie. This is a serious movie. They
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
damn, dude, it's crazy. I can. I don't know where I've seen. Maybe it's another actor because I just checked his IMDb and it's
Yeah.
crazy. But I recognize him. I
Because
do.
he looks like I can't he's one of the guys who he's the guy. He reminded me a lot of like the guy who what's it called plays Pennington's dad because he in this movie specifically how he
Uh-huh.
looks with the white hair and everything.
Uh-huh.
Like it reminds you of what's it called Pennington's dad, the dad in Pennington, not Pennington's dad. Pennington's dad's a
Yeah,
fucking
that
bear.
is there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I have to
yeah,
rewatch that
yeah,
one because I watched it
yeah,
with you way back. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I need to figure out. Maybe it'll hit me. He definitely has the potential to play a crazed McMahon. Of course, they don't look crazy similar, but they look similar enough to where it's like if you get a biopic,
Fuck it.
yeah,
Yeah,
because you're not gonna get Rami Malek icon to Freddie Mercury, right? Where it's
yeah,
like super pretty similar. But damn, dude.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, everyone in this film did an amazing
Great
job.
job, man. Yeah, love cinematography is
Oh,
incredible.
fuck, I
That
was gonna say casting crew alike because
yeah,
yeah,
the lighting, man. That shot where what's it called where Kevin is about to go face Ric Flair, and it's just that peak of light that's just like hitting right here on
hmm
his face, and
hmm
it kind of like looks like he's kind of in confession in a way. It
hmm
looks like fuck, I can't get that out of my head, and also the editing is just fucking fantastic too.
it's
They
great,
did a great job at editing, man. Music
dude.
is really good too.
Hmm.
Like I think this movie is to me it's perfect, man. I fucking love this movie, man.
It's great.
I went this whole year, dude. I went this whole year not giving a single 5 star to a movie this year. And the only 5 star, y'all saw it. The only 5 star I had given this whole year was The Bear season 2.
I don't remember what I've seen throughout the year. I have
Yeah,
to
I
go
know.
back, but it's definitely, dude. Yeah, the lighting. I wanted to say, other than the inside
Yeah.
rooms, I don't think they did much lighting for outside stuff.
They kept it very, what's it called, natural outside.
Natural, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
even
really
inside, they
respect that. I
kept
really
it
like that
yeah, they
that
kept it
choice.
very natural inside as well too. Even of course, they gotta light it for the camera, right? But they made it look hella natural.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know if it's a budget thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But dude, yeah, cinematographer and the crew for lighting and all that really outdid
Yeah.
themselves with this film. Because damn, dude,
Yeah, the slow zooms, man.
yeah, that
The
too.
slows, and then I was noticing, and I really like this. Like I like that. Like they had these shots where like the camera was looking down, and like as it was peeking
Oh,
into
on the
rooms, like
yeah,
in a way as if we're like fans on these bleachers, like
yeah,
sitting down, looking into the lives of these people. And it's like
mm,
I thought it was really interesting choices there.
yeah.
Sound design is fantastic too. Like I love that we got to see this in Dolby because
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, I know I'm gonna hear that Met, bro.
I
I
was
know I'm
surprised. I was surprised they had it in Dolby for an early access thing because
yeah,
normally
me
they
too.
put it on the thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm glad I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go because
yeah,
I was gonna work right, and then I was like, yeah, the whole battery thing happened with my car that happened last week. It was a hell of a week last week, but
rip.
it definitely gave me a chance to go see, and I definitely this is one of the 4 out of all the movies that I've cried where I'm not in my feelings because sometimes whenever
Yeah,
I'm in deep depression or whatever, or like just really feeling it, I'll
yeah.
cry to anything. But
Stuart Little shows up and I'm already crying. Like, bro.
yeah, Stuart Little, Paddington waddles along, and I'm fucking tearing up. But the 4 movies where I'm just like I could be happiest throughout the week, made bank, made have no debt, like right. And then these movies pop up, and I'm like, fuck, I'm tearing up. Why am I tearing up? Is Silent Voice, Soul, Everything Everywhere, and motherfucking now this. And that's
Yeah,
definitely a feat where it's like, wow, if you're able to do that to someone who has no clue about a family, right? E- and it was a thing of relatability as the older brother because Kevin, who we mainly follow in this film, which is
yeah,
not Kevin, Zac Efron's character.
yeah. Kevin, yeah, Kevin
Yeah,
Butler, yeah,
no, I was thinking of his real name, Zach's name. But he's the older brother in the film, and he had to go through all this shit where he's watching his younger siblings die, where he already saw his his first older brother die.
yeah.
And that's something I can relate as the oldest, where I was like, fuck, man, I need to go check up on my siblings. I was like, I
Yeah.
need to don't fucking wrestle, y'all. But
No, don't
don't join
wrestle.
into wrestling, man. It's cursed. But dude, there's points of relatability for everyone, from parents that have to grieve a child's loss to
Yeah,
eldest sibling who are very protective. The type that cares, because there are siblings that don't care about each other.
yeah,
Uh, and there's a little bit for everyone. And yeah, I think I don't know if you want to near wrap this up because I think we can
yeah.
talk about this film a lot. One of my favorite shots and scenes in general was when Carrie was gone, where he shot, and then we see him on the calm river that they were like, I guess, always chill at with
Oh
Brewski.
yeah, when he's meeting his other
Yeah,
brother. Yeah.
his siblings,
Fuck.
and it's a thing of like, I'm not. I don't believe in like a heaven and hell. Well, I'm an atheist. I don't deny it. I won't believe it. We'll see what happens once I'm gone. But I do believe in like our ancestral planes of like we have ancestors that kind of if they care and we care enough about them, they'll watch over you in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's what happened. We see that here where it's like as far as they were gone, because this film makes it seem like it was back to back events, but it was a good reach between everything.
Yeah,
But them waiting at the docks, even their first older brother, and he's still a kid there. It was like,
yeah.
oh fuck, man. It was like,
It puts
where's our
everything into
brother?
perspective. It
Yeah, it
puts
really does.
everything into perspective, man.
And I'm like,
And I love that. That's one of the moments that made me cry.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
one
that
of
was
them that
where I
made.
was like, fuck, okay, I'll
Yeah,
just let it tear. I just let a single teardrop go, but Dude, yeah, that was
Yeah,
beautiful moment from the way it was lit to the sound design where it was nothing but calmness and trickling water and like them talking calmly at the what is it, pier, dock,
yeah.
the dock.
At the dock. Yeah,
uh and I was like, damn, that's one of the few shots where I'm like, I want to get the essence of the shot is
yeah,
what I think of perfection when it comes to those like heartwarming, sad as fuck feelings that you get from stuff that
yeah.
not a lot of movies do, even though they try. Um, but this movie, yeah, well, all right. I don't know about you. I don't know if you have any others because I know you said you cried about a good
Oh,
amount.
multiple times, multiple times. But to me, it's my favorite shot is that one when the light is peeking in when he's
Okay,
about to go face flare,
yeah,
and
yeah,
just the way that that scene is edited to me is just freaking fantastic. And yeah, I what's it called? I usually wait, y'all, when because I know the A24 does their little special editions and stuff. But when this comes out on Blu-ray, I'm picking it up almost instantly, so that way I can see this movie again. My final verdict. I said it already, y'all. It's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect to me. This is my
yeah.
favorite movie of the year. I've got a lot to catch up on, but as of right now, that when we're recording on December 19th at 8:36 p.m. Central Time. This is my favorite movie of 2023. Yeah, yeah.
Watch we go see
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2 or what's the Sydney Sweeney one?
Oh, anyone but you? Yeah.
Anyone but you. 10 out of 10 right there.
Yeah. I'm fuck the article. To anyone but you says.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
Yeah.
I also have to give it a 10 out of 10. I genuinely think it's perfection. I have no like, oh, I didn't like that. I wish they changed that. I had no points of that. Um
Yeah.
I also real quick before we cut it off because we already give our ratings.
Hmm.
I need me someone to be as direct as what's your
As
name
Pam.
was
As Pam.
as Pam was with Kevin, because she was like, "You never been flirted by someone before?" No, ma'am, I haven't. I'm like, I need someone to be as direct as that because I'm with Kevin on that one. I'm a little lost when it comes to that department. Put me in a
Yeah.
wrestling ring and I'll catch on real quick. But that flirting
Put me in
there,
front of a woman? No.
nah, sir. I don't know. That's a spontaneous being right there.
Yeah.
But
She was standing on business, bro. She was
yeah, she
standing.
was about it. She was like, "I think you the one." And what's up? How
Yeah.
you feeling with me?
Yep.
But fuck, man, yeah, I love that. I forgot to mention that when we left the
Yeah,
theater, but
yeah.
uh,
Loved her. Loved Olivia Lee James
great.
in
It
this
was great.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I love that. She's like, aren't you supposed to ask me if I want to get a drink?
yeah, yeah. I was like, damn. All right, yeah. I'm kind
Okay,
of
mama.
all
Okay.
right.
All right.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, 10 out of 10
Yeah.
all around. This shit was perfect.
Yeah. That concludes our review of the Iron Claw. Thank you all so much for joining us. As always, catch us on the nerdcore.com our website. Twitter's at the nerdcore_. Instagram/threads at the nerdcore. Patreon.com/the nerdcore. Discord link is in our description. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, please. And if you're on the audio side of things, make sure that you're leaving a 5-star review and you're following us on your platform of choice. And of course, we've got some more reviews coming, but for now, we're going ahead and say goodbye. Luis, you want to send them out?
Sure, sure.
Sure,
Catch me
sure.
in the Rick. Oh, I already fucked that up. Catch me in the ring, Ric Flair. I'm coming for that title, boy. That's a plan.
Calling out,
Woo!
calling out a 70